Welcome to Council Connection. I'm Christina Rinderle, Mayor and Durango City Councilor. This program is designed to give you a snapshot of happenings at the most recent Durango City Council meeting. This time, we look at the November 1st meeting. This meeting opened with a presentation of awards to area students who won the Durango Public Library Bookmark Contest. Those winners were high schooler Lane Clements, middle schooler Bailey Freeman, and elementary student Nola Bernight. As usual, the first official item was the consent agenda, which is designed to allow councilors by a single vote to approve items that are routine or non-controversial. All 5 items were approved without further discussion. For the 4th meeting in a row, public participation was dominated with discussion about the future of organic parks. Proponents of the Organic Park program, some who are new and some who have spoken before, addressed the City Council again with their concerns. They want the city to at least maintain, if not expand, organic treatment of our city parks. After their comments, Durango Parks and Rec Director Kathy Metz and City Manager Ron LeBlanc addressed the issue.
We have 8 parks in the program. We initially talked with the council, went on the tour of looking at the opportunity to continue the program with 2 parks, Pioneer Park and Schneider Park. In the handout that I'm providing you, we've highlighted a total of 5 parks that, based upon the information that we're hearing from our community and the concerns that we have in keeping the facilities that are used for athletic fields in the program, we are suggesting that we take another look at everything in yellow. So that's Brookside Park, Pioneer Park, Riverfront Park, Iris Park, and Schneider Park, to continue those 5 parks in the program. And that we do look at modifying the program for Fanto, Needham, and Folsom. And the reason that we're looking at those 3 facilities is because they are programmed very heavily for active recreation, for soccer, lacrosse, and turf sport facilities, and we can't keep up with the organic program. Similar to Riverview, we had to rescue that park. And we are at a point where we need to do a rescue, meaning we have to bring in conventional practices to bring them up to a standard where we don't face a liability concern.
The next step in the process is budget reconciliation. And in my view, the organic parks is important to the community, as we've heard tonight and previous nights. But money, as we allocate money, as the council adopts a budget and allocates money, that reflects priorities. And this is not an affordability issue. The city can afford to continue the 8 parks. But it's the budget that you adopt will reflect the priorities as you see it from your constituents. So we'll be looking to the council to give us some guidance on what you'd like to do, majority rules. So 3 votes will direct us on the number of parks, which parks you want to use. We've provided our input. I know there are other members of the council that are probably going to weigh into that decision. There's good give and take. But I would ask you to keep an open mind. Consider moving at a pace that we can feel comfortable with, so that we are doing things deliberately and not rushing to an objective where we're not comfortable or certain of the results.
Council meets to reconcile the budget next week, with final approval expected December 6th. 5 legislative hearings on the agenda began with a public hearing on the proposed 2017 city budget. The operating portion of the budget, presented by Finance Director Julie Brown, totals just over $81 million, including funding for general operations and enterprise funds like utilities and transit. The possibilities of cuts in state and federal funding for transit services were highlighted by the only member of the public to address the council on the budget.
We recognize as a community that public transportation not only connects our people to jobs, medical care, school, and other important services, but it improves the quality of life for all of the residents by reducing the number of cars on the road, making us a healthier and greener community by sharing transport, and mitigating the degradation of our roads also through shared transport.
The budget also includes just over $71 million in capital improvement projects. Most of that is for the update to the wastewater treatment plant. Hearings were also held on proposals to increase water, sewer, trash, and recycling rates to pay for improvements and ensure sustainability for those services. The increases are less than originally proposed several years ago after completion of a rate study.
And hopefully we'll, in the future, as Councilor Marbury said, it will just be marginal inflationary increases so that we stay on top of the rates we need.
The budgeting process will continue with final action on the rate increases late this month and on the budget in early December. One ordinance amending parking administration and regulations was introduced and approved. Councilors then adjourned into a series of executive sessions on matters subject to negotiation. During the meeting, councilors also mentioned several events. Among these, Mayor Pro Tem Dick White noted the EPA is holding a public meeting on the Bonita Peak Mining District at 7 p.m. Tuesday, November 15th at the Durango Public Library. They will be reviewing mine waste mitigation efforts over the past year and report on plans for the future. Due to Election Day, our next council study session will be at 4 p.m. on Monday, November 7th, instead of Tuesday, November 8th. We will continue budget consideration for Dado and the Durango Fire Protection District, as well as begin budget reconciliation. Our next regular council meeting is November 15th at 6:30 p.m. And that's Council Connection for the November 1st Durango City Council meeting. I'm City Councilor and Mayor Christina Rinderle. Thanks for joining us, and remember, you can always contact your city councilors via email at citycouncil@durangogov.org.